Today's stream. Hold on for a second. Let me post. Let everybody know I'm live. People probably questioning why I'm late. I got my reasons. But anyways, let's go ahead and post. I'm live. Which one can I post? I haven't posted in a while. No, I've posted Flamin' Kanye. Dang, which one can I post? Yeah, let's post Crying Kerry Washington. Nah, let's post something else. Dang, what can I post? Let's Crying Michael Jordan. Alright. Okay, Crying Michael Jordan. Post on Instagram. Stories. Crying Michael Jordan. Might have skipped it. I think I did. Crying Michael Jordan. Crying Michael Jordan. All these photos. Dang, it's like I felt like I hadn't deleted some of this stuff. And it's like still here. Link. Page done. Okay. Let it post. Photos. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Okay. We all good. Start up this game. Why put my headset so far away? I do not remember putting it there. Anyways. What's up, Liz? Guys, shout out to Liz. Make sure y'all go follow her. Show her some love and support. What's up, Illy? Where's my water? There we go. Yep. To see you go live. Yeah, I was late. I was doing some stuff. It's all chilled though. I'm here. Playing the most glitchiest Grand Theft Auto game of all time.
Tommy Vassetti? Shit. Didn't think they'd ever let him out.
He kept his head down. Helps people forget.
People will remember soon enough. When they see him walking down the streets of their neighborhoods, it will be bad for business.
Well, what are we gonna do, Sonny?
We treat him like an old friend and keep him
I think
busy
at
out of town.
one point in time of like all people's lives, like we've had some like Hawaii based shirts. We just had shirts with palm trees and, you know, bunch of like neon light colors. Either like a Florida, like a Miami, Florida, or a Hawaii shirt.
None of the families will touch that shit.
I need to find one. I need to find that old yearbook. I had one. I ain't gonna lie.
So, we send someone down to do the dirty work for us and cut ourselves a nice, quiet slice.
Never played GTA. You never played?
Contact down there.
Well, I mean, no, I can understand. There's certain like big games out there that I haven't played. So, hey, yo, they just got a man hanging in the background. I never noticed that before.
Then we go down, pay him a little visit, right? See how he's doing.
Oh, I can pause and oh, okay. Yeah, I'll put this on performance. Turn music down. San Andreas 4 or 5. I played 4. I never beat San Andreas, but I've beaten 4, 5. And then I remember they came out with Vice City Stories and Liberty City Stories, and I beat those too. Played video games as a kid. It was mostly Mario games. I feel it. I feel it. No, that was, I did play a lot of different games when I was a kid, but none of the games. Yeah, the freaking Grand Theft Auto, they're big games, but...
Hey, guys, it's Ken Rosenberg here. Hey,
yeah, I was like,
Well, I'm gonna
Just
drive
now
you guys to the
playing
meet,
5
okay?
story mode.
Now,
5 story, it's good. It's good.
Very, keen to start a business relationship.
Yeah, it was
So,
4 or 5
well,
Liberty
we
City
should,
stories, Vice City
be doing very
stories.
nice
Oh
for
yeah, then
ourselves,
they
which is
came out
good.
with a Chinatown stories, I think, or no, Chinatown Wars. That's what it was called. Chinatown War, and it was like a 3D top-down view of Grand Theft Auto. It was a weird game, but still.
Okay, that's them in the chopper.
I remember all of this because I always would skip.
Exchange on open ground.
So this is my first time ever, actually. I played Vice Cities, but it's my first time ever seeing this cutscene. Uh-oh. Touching video until Fortnite came out. Really? Wow.
Colombian, my friend. Let me see it.
Sorry for reading that late, Liz, but dang.
Used.
Fortnite was like the 500th video game I've played. Oh, dang. I've been screaming so loud. I had the most girliest scream of all time. Like, watch the ending of Friday and how Chris Tucker had screamed. That would have been me in a situation like that. San Andreas, I used to drive around. Yeah, I mainly drove around in San Andreas. But I did do the missions. I think I remember I got stuck on this one mission. It was, I eventually will play it, but what they got me doing? Okay, I'm alright, driving somewhere, okay. This game may crash, and I might end up playing something else, so just warning y'all. But no, it was this mission where it was like, they had me like flying planes and stuff. It was such a weird mission. That B5 and play San Andreas. Okay, okay. San Andreas is good. It's a good, well, I mean, yeah, you played it, but you was like driving around and stuff, but still, story's good. I had the story spoiled for me when I was in school, so that's why I never did finish 5. 30% in, I think. Okay, 30% in. So you're like probably right before they start all that heist stuff. Or you might have already had started it. Or they're like at least the smaller missions.
Tommy, it's been too.
But hopefully you guys is having a good night.
I know. You're just overwhelmed with emotion. 15 years.
Seems like only yesterday.
I guess that's a perspective thing.
Hey, doing time for the family is no piece of cake, but the family looks after its own, okay?
So they got that realistic photo in the background, but then they got him out here looking like a Disney character.
The deal was an ambush. Harry and Lee are dead.
Did the highest Rio make no money? Trevor trying to steal a weapon. Dang, it's been a while since I played that.
That was my money, Tommy.
Get more into single player games. Single player games is fun. I wish they make more of them.
You better not be screwing
Multiplayer games, it's like you be playing that game halfway through. They be all like, "Oh, you've been disconnected from the server, so you can no longer play." Do you know how many times I legit wanted to just like drop kick stuff over that? So I'm like, nah, they need to come out with more single player games.
You'd be dead already. But because it's you, because we got history, I'm gonna.
I know everybody always tells me like, "Oh, play Fallout, play Fallout," and I'm like, nah. I played Fallout, and that game traumatized me as a kid. Got Far Cry 5, Mafia 3, Just Cause after I beat these. Yeah, Far Cry is good. Mafia, their games is good. Just Cause is good too. I did play a little bit of Far Cry 5. I didn't play a whole lot of it, but based off of what I saw, it was good. Okay, what you gonna do? Alright, I'm going anyways. But yeah, I played a little bit of 5. 5 was like about this guy. He was like it was like a cult leader or something, but they're usually all like that. Or it's about the end of the world. Yeah, yeah. Okay, dang, she jumped far. How'd she jump so far? Dang, Lade, you got hops. What's he running for? That's how I look when I jog. Then I honestly, I do some stuff like that. Okay, I don't do all that. Oh, he getting chased. Oh, wow. Hey, police brutality, bro. Hey, yo. Dang, man, defend your... And you just walk up. That is crazy. Hey, you ain't gonna get your boy? Oh, that must be his girlfriend. Oh, he dead. Well. 5 stories, San Andreas, which is very, yeah. San Andreas. I mean, I wish they would have, like, actually did, like, a remake of San Andreas and made it look better. So the story would be like, oh, dang. Because I feel like the story was, like, ahead of its time. Like, it was one of those stories where it's like, dang, man, this is crazy. But 5 was, like, good, like, with creativity. But 5, or San Andreas was like, dang, it's like one big emotional ride. Like, if it came down between the two, like, which ones I would want to see in the movie, probably be San Andreas. I mean, even though 5 had, like, a lot of, like, action-packed stuff, like, it would probably be San Andreas first and then 5.
Go to law school for this. Okay, now what the hell are we gonna do?
Shut up, sit down, relax. I'll tell you
It's
what
like
we're gonna
3 was like, okay, just go around, do these missions. Vice City's just like their first time actually putting some creativity into writing. And then San Andreas was like, okay, like, let's hire some writers behind this. Then they came out with 5, and it was like, dang, alright. 5 is buried because of multiple characters, and it's almost just as good in my... Yeah. 4 was low-key under... Yeah, 4, great. Yeah, I forgot about 4. If you probably would have said, like, between 4 and 5, I probably would have said 4. And 4 is San Andreas, like, San Andreas is good, but yeah, the Nico Bellic story to me was just, like, that was crisp writing.
But, you know, this isn't gonna be a beer and strippers do. I mean, no offense, but I think that you might turn heads on the runway for the wrong reason.
What's wrong with the way I'm dressed?
Okay, look, here. Stop by Rob.
5 out of each character is bringing different elements. Yeah. I think, yeah, because that was like the first time they ever did that, so I think it was good that they did that, but still, like, I don't know.
Now I gotta dress like a chump as well as hang out with them? I like this shirt.
Dang, like, you ain't even gonna, like, that person is just driving all into you like that? Is anybody even in that car? Move, people, I ain't trying to hit you. Another man getting chased. Black man, too. Dang, what's up with all the black people getting chased in this game? Dang, we ain't that much of criminals. We may jaywalk and, you know, scare white people occasionally, but we ain't that much of criminals. Like, we be chilling. Dang, they drive it all on the curb. Where's the cops at then? This game's racist. You learn anything from Michael, no matter how rich you are, right? Can still... No, facts. Look at the whole situation. Is it, who is that? Was it Jeff Bezos? And he was, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I think it was Jeff Bezos. And Leonardo DiCaprio was, like, his, Jeff Bezos' girlfriend was straight up, like, eyeballing the crap out of him. Leonardo DiCaprio. But I'm saying, like, you talking about freaking Jack from Titanic. Like, you can't compete, bruh. Well, what's going on? Oh, yeah, that's right. I got to steal this dude's bike. My bike now, homie. But that's why I'm like, you know, you gotta just overall find somebody that, you know, they have nothing but, like, love for you. I feel like once you find somebody ain't got nothing but love for you, it don't even matter, like, how much money you have, how rich you are, like, whatever it is, like, that person will love you even when you're broke. So, you find somebody like that in your life, then, you know, you gotta sit down and, like, ask those people those type of questions, like, okay, like, tomorrow morning, it's all gone. The money, the house, the cars, all of it. You still here, or what's your plan? My thing is like, I would expect the girl to be honest with me, too. Like, you ain't gotta lie. Like, nah, tell me. What kind of outfit is he wearing?
You are here on the behalf of Mr. Rosenberg.
Jeff feels like she is, and us as men might be out of luck. Fine, once you rich, all your nights and they Yeah, that's why it's best, you know, overall, like, find that special somebody now.
I just want my
But
merchandise.
it's, you know, that's the thing though, like, love is a process. You can't just expect, like, you know, love just to happen right then and there. That's why, like, a lot of, like, love story movies, I watch it and I'm like, man, this stuff don't be happening like that. Like The Notebook. I'm saying if a guy's hanging off of a freaking Ferris wheel talking to a girl, I'm saying his hand's gonna get sweaty, that man gonna slip, and that whole movie would have been over in like 20 minutes. I don't know, like, I guess, like, with me, like, to just be overall honest, like, when you've been, like, rejected literally your whole life and haven't had, like, one successful, like, relationship and it's all really just been dating stuff, you kind of have, like, a different outlook on love story movies. Like, I watch those movies and be like, man, like, how people feel when watching sci-fi movies and stuff. I'm like, man, what is this? Like, they don't be doing this in movies. They don't be beating up in the rain, kissing and stuff. I'm like, I told my girlfriend or wife, whoever it is, I'd be like, hey, yo, look, it's raining. So can you just, like, run in the house? Make sure you do, like, wipe your feet at the door because I don't want you to track no mud or nothing.
It does not involve a battle.
That's facts, Illy. That's facts.
And the chatty trio, that sleeping sweat gland is
Like Titanic, I've been like, nah, we sharing this plane. Like, when it got to that end part of the movie, I'm like, nah, we sharing this. You spend 10 minutes on it, and I spend 10 minutes on it. But it ain't gonna be, oh, you spend 2-3 hours on it, and I'm out here freezing my toes off.
You never saw anything like that before.
Colonel, your party's as ever a triumph. I can only apologize.
Oh, de nada, amigo. How do we find you?
I'm telling you, they need to have it where I star in Titanic.
Barbarians at the gate. A time for
Rosa came up to me talking about, Jack, the boat is sinking. I'm like, give me about 10 minutes. Meet me at the front of the boat. I'd be like at the back. Meet me at the back of the boat. I'm like that area where you almost jumped off. I hate love movies. Yeah, it's just love movies just give off false hope. But yeah, I looked at Rose and been like, Rose, give me about 10 minutes. And just meet me at the back of the boat, that area you almost jumped off at. She'd be like, okay. She came back there, see me with a butcher knife, and I said, okay, now cut this rope. I'm gonna cut this rope. We're gonna throw it in the water, like, you know, and we're gonna just paddle. She's like, where are we gonna go? I'm like, okay. I was like, last I heard, everything was this way, so let's go this way. We've probably been the first ones to die. They're boring to me. Yeah. Love story movies to me, it's just, bro, they don't be doing this. That's what I always think when I watch love story movies. They don't be doing this. I don't watch enough love movies. Plan on it either. Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
$100 for that? Are you serious? I'm like, fam, I didn't went to a boat. Nah, they better give me more money than that. Because that's not enough. It's where, like, TV shows give false hope on high school. I know, right? Like, when they do, like, with the bullies and stuff, like, give me your lunch money. I wish a kid would have walked up on me talk about give me your lunch money. I remember one kid thought he was going to try that bully stuff with me back in elementary. I had him crying real quick. That's the thing. I don't believe in that bully stuff. Like, I know it exists. I know, like, kids go through it. But with me, on the other hand, I'm like, it's just with me, I just didn't believe in it. I just didn't see a kid bullying me. From my wife. Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. I know, like, I was out here. I thought I met this one girl. That girl told me she didn't like black people. And I was like, well, dang. All right. I guess there's that.
Ah, I got it. Okay, there's this Limey, some music industry.
Legit, she texts me saying she's not into black people, or that she'll never date a black person. And I'm like, wow, well, dang. I'm like, yeah, my life, if it had been a TV show, it'd definitely been Everybody Hates Chris. That had been my TV show. Thought in high school I was gonna have the best experiences of my life. I know, right? Yeah, I was like, high school was just, it was whatever. I have to say, like, I didn't really have, like, no special moments in high school. It seemed like after I graduated, then that's when everything, you know, like, all the cool stuff started happening. college might be lit though. Yeah, I hear a lot of people, they always talk good on college. Me, I wasn't really into the college scene, even though I already knew what college was like all about. Like, oh, you know, people go there, party, and all this other stuff, but if I don't smoke or drink, so I don't know if I fit in. Yeah. Oh, that's him skating. I was like, who? That like sound like somebody getting stumped out, but yeah, it's like the whole smoking and drinking scene is just, it ain't worth it. That's why I was like, you know, college just ain't the place for me. Me during high school happened out. Like, exactly, Liz. Liz, I think you might be my long lost twin. Like, I'm saying, some of the stuff that we've talked on, I'm like, I think you might be my long lost twin. So, I'm just saying, we might have to check some medical records.
I'm a friend of Rosenberg's.
Rosenberg. Oh, that bonkers ambulance chaser. That guy could defend an innocent man.
I'm saying, Liz, something ain't adding up. Some of the stuff we've talked on, I'm like, nah, hold on.
I'm missing 20 keys and a lot of cash.
Drugs, mate? It's a mug's game.
What do you know about it?
Dang, why you gotta push him down like that?
What was coming to was, there's some chef come trumpet shifter.
I think I might play Forza. I'm not even in the mood to play Vice Cities. I mean, Vice Cities is alright, but this is like the one Grand Theft Auto I didn't play a whole lot of. Is that the end of the mission?
Yeah, that's right. Go and walk away, you mug. I knock you spark out. Give me a drink. And where's that slut?
Long lost in our parents will have some explain. I know, right? Like tomorrow ask your parents, you know, like ask them about black people and see how they overall react. I'm gonna ask my parents about Asian people and see how they react. I feel like I ask my mom and be like, hey mom, like back in '96, were you chill with any Asian people? She's just gonna take off running. I mean, I gotta chase her down. She's like, all right. I know, right? It's either that or somebody would switch that birth.
Better start talking. Hey, make me, you prick. You're dead.
Oh, dang, he got kicks. Bro, imagine getting kicked that fast, like, in a fight. How you tired?
Oh, way to go, tough guy.
Biological mom gave me a... Oh, I remember you, told me that.
You want some too?
I remember you saying that.
I want what you want, brother.
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
Your green and my dead brother's white lady. Unfortunately, you just...
Yeah, because you said you're from,
Accidents happen.
Hey, whoa.
I know this. Dang, we were just talking about this not too long ago on my stream. I don't want to say the wrong thing either, because then it's like, it's just going to come off so wrong. So, I'm going to just wait until you say it. But I have... Okay, Vietnam. Okay.
Here, take this. Follow me.
I'm supposed to... Yeah, we might be... I'm telling you, Liz, something I'm going to ask my parents tomorrow. And see what they say. I hate when people act if you're boring, if you don't smoke, drink. But I think to myself, you need this in your system as a crush to have fun. Really boring. People who smoke or drink. Just yeah, I'm like, people, they try to get on me about that. I've even had it where friends have, like, tried to get on me about that type of stuff. And I'm like, why does it matter to you? Like, who cares? It ain't even, like, all that fun either. Like, it's just you do it, and it's like, oh, okay. Then it's whatever afterwards, so... My fault, whoever that person was. But, yeah, I just don't see no point in it. I'm like, I've drank, and, yeah, had a couple of vapes, but it's pointless. It's stupid. Drunk people acting out past. Yeah, I'm saying, like, I got drunk one time, and it was freaking horrible, bro. Waking up with a hangover, like, nah, that ain't for me. I can't live that life. And there's people that do that, like, I'm saying, like, to the people that drink, like, all the time, it's just, man, you know, it's a wild lifestyle. isn't for me either. It honestly, it's not for. I don't think like my thing is. You want it? Leash, yeah. You know, there's people out there where it's like, you know, they do that and they do it to like calm themselves or for whatever reason. But I'm like, hey, it's at the end of the day, it's just, it's not worth it, you know? It's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's just you, I hear so many bad things about it. So that's why I'm like, you know, I can't do it. Can't be me. I have an addiction to like Fiji water or something. Like that's the only addiction that I want. But dang, lady, move! I did like run across the street. I was ran you over. I got a wanted level. I'm going there. They got me confused with all this map. But yeah, I'm like, you know, just say anybody out there, it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't need to. It may look fun. People post them party videos and there's, you know, kids jumping off of stuff. Like, it ain't all that. Like, you know, I'm playing Forza. I think the game did save, but if not, then I'm gonna be sad, but... Some people who get addicted to alcohol sadly roots from trauma. They resort to it filled. Yeah. No, there are people out there where it's like, you know, it's like, and I think that's what I was saying. It's like, you know, they think that's like an escape route to where it's like you gotta go down that path. And I'm like, you honestly don't. There's, you know, there's so many other different things. And that's the thing where it's like, okay, I'm saying this, and people at the end of the day have that choice of listening to me or not. So I'm not like going to force people. But at the same time, like, you know, I want to steer people away from that stuff to just let them know, like, hey, there's, like, way more important things in life than that. So. 2019. Yeah, like, here's the thing. Like, it's better late than never. So that's how I view it, Liz. Like, it's better late than never because, you know... I hate to think like, dang, what if I wasn't there, like, you know, or having that like in my mind. So to be able to say like, hey, like, I'm here now, like, tell me whatever, say whatever, I don't care. I'm like, hey, it's stuff where I'm like, nah, you know, if I'm able to help people and give them some like, you know, words of encouragement and some motivation, oh, you best believe I will. S2, okay, let's see what S2 cars I got. I don't think I have a whole lot. It's like none of these cars are like off-road cars. Personally, I feel like I had no other escape route. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they think along those lines. They think like, oh, you know, there's no escape route. Or, you know, I can't like go nowhere. I can't go to nobody. I be telling people, I'm like, look, I don't care how embarrassing you may think it is to talk on that type of stuff, but I'm saying like, nah, talk on it. Talk to people. My PTSD. No, that's the thing. Like, it's, you know, it's a situation where you may think that what am I trying to say? I'm like trying to like you know, overall make sure I'm saying like the right stuff, but overall, like, you know, drinking is it's just something where it's like it shouldn't be mixed in with your personal trauma, because it's not going to be good overall. Like, where you're trying to deal with that and then you're trying to you know, like drink or add drinking to it, and it's, you know, it's just it's one of those things where it's like it's not going, because all right, so that's overall what I am trying to say. It's like, even if you do drink, like, it's still, the problems is still gonna be there. So it's like, no, it's not. So it's a, you can do that one thing and think, like, whether it's drinking, smoking, or anything else, you can do that, but it's like the problems is still gonna be there. So it's best, like, like, to be able to fix them problems, like, sober. Like, then at any given point in time in your life when you are dealing with issues, you're gonna know how to get through it. And it's gonna be, situations where you're like, well, dang, I didn't realize that can work for that too. So, like, when you solve your problems, like, sober, then you'll be able to solve any of your problems. It's like there's like plans out there for like things where it's like it can work for a lot of other plans and a lot of other stuff that you'll deal with.
You have arrived at your destination.
So my thing is like, like last year, that was one of the things. I wish that thing would stop popping up, but yeah, last year it's like that was something. I was going through some stuff, and then like drinking did cross my mind, and I'm like, the problems is still gonna be there. And then I don't want to become like a chronic, like, drinker where it's like, okay, I think that's the only way to escape stuff. So that's why I was like, nah, I gotta, get rid of these problems like right now. And if I don't, then yeah, it's just gonna be a horrible life ahead of me. Some people think like, oh, it's fun, it's cool, it's all that. And I'm like, nah. Like, I mean, if you drink, you drink. If you do it just for, like special occasions, this is like, it's cool to do it for special occasions, but like, my thing is, and that's another thing, when people, they try to like get me, oh, let's go out drinking, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, I'm having one drink and that's it. You ain't gonna get me drunk. Such because I don't have anyone I could talk to about what happened to me. And when I tell people close, they just wanted to call the police. See, that's the thing, like, where I come from, like, if somebody wanted me to, then I would. But if that's not brought up in the conversation, then I won't. That's something where I'm like, nah, I'll bring it up. If I thought it was severe, I would bring it up, but I ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna go and just go straight to it. I try to like come up with every plan possible, and I'm like, if that plan don't work, then that plan doesn't work. But yeah, I try to like come up with everything possible to like help out somebody that needs help on something. But, everybody just has, like, their own way of, like, handling it. That's why, it's like to get, the authority involved. Like, if it's, if it's severe, I don't know. I like that, like I said, I'll talk on it, but I am not going to be the one like, oh, I got to, call the cops. I got to do this. I got to do that. Like, that's not my life. I don't know what that person wants in life, so. But yeah, Liz, always know that you can always come to me and talk to me about stuff. I don't care what it's about. I almost spoke up about what happened a couple of months ago, but I wasn't ready. People around me, they were trying to get me to speak up to show how bad this person was. And that's the thing where it's like, with people that causes others trauma and, like problems in their lives, like, my thing is they don't go through it enough to where they realize that, because I'm like, I've been through some stuff, and that's why I'm like, look, like, it's even that, like, with rejection, that's like probably one of the like number one things that like sticks out in my life, just overall like dealing with that. And I remember that there it was like a few months ago, there was a girl that a friend of mine's, she approached me like, she wanted to like date. She wanted to overall like, see how that go between me and her. And I rejected her. Did it feel good? No, it did not. But did I still continue being her friend and, you know, stayed away from making things weird? Yes, I did. I'm like, I know the trauma it can, like, that can cause that person. And so my thing is this. I'm like, I've always been like, okay, I want to help that person, you know, find a relationship. And she's in a relationship today and she's happy. So I'm like, I'm happy for her. That's how I see it. I'm like, I wouldn't want that stuff to happen to me. So why would I, you know, why would I do that to somebody? Why would I cause somebody some sort of pain and stuff? You know, it's something I stay away from. I try to bring the happiness. This is what I want from everybody. I want to cause a person to laugh so hard to where they cry. Like, that's the type of crying that I want to cause a person. I did that before, and it was so evil, because I was like, bro, I like this. Like, I'm a laughing villain. I want to get a person laughing to the point where their body just goes weak and they can't even stand no more. It's like, I've experienced laughs like those. It may hurt, but it's one of those, like, it feels good. So, I'm just saying, anybody that's watching this at a later time or watching this now, like, if there's at a point in time where I caused you to laugh and it hurts, and you're like, no more, please, no. Like, I've laughed so much. I'm like, nah, you're going to laugh some more. That's what I cause from people. That's all I want to cause from people. I like how I pinpointed that thing and instantly forgot what I was... Alright, retro rally. Okay. Alright, retro rally, retro sports, retro hot hats, retro muscle, retro rally. Okay, let's use that. What's a cross-country event that I can do? Yeah, let's do that. Fast travel. I feel like driving up no mountain. And that was another thing, like, with speaking out about, like, rejections and all of that. That was something that I was just, like, so embarrassed to talk on. And I remember last year when I talked to people about it and I told them just, you know, overall the situation, a lot of people was like, you know, reaching out and was all like, hey, yo, like, they were letting me know, like, people say they dealt with it. They told me, you know, like, there's something. I'm like, dang, like, so other people deal with this? I always just thought it was something embarrassing. And so now, like, now I can, like, you know, I can talk on that stuff. Now I can be like, okay, you know. And then, like, when they approach me and they, you know, want to talk about it, I'm like, hey, like, this is what my friends told me when I approached them talking on this. And then, you know, giving them advice. But that's one thing where I'm like, I don't ever, you know, do that with people. I don't care how severe the issues are. I never turn a person away. I would never turn a person away. I'm like, tell me whatever you need to tell me. But it's like, even like, you know, like the enemies in my life, like even if they were to approach me, if they really like needed my help on something, I push all that stuff aside because I'm like, I know what like trauma and what pain, like, you know, feels like. And that's something where I'm like, I don't want nobody to go through that. Because, you know, it feels like it's just one of those pains you can't shake. And then you're, you know, you sitting there trying to feel like, oh, what should I do here? What should I do there? And I'm like, you know, like, nah, like, I gotta give out. I gotta help people on that. I feel like that's just my main purpose in life, though, is just helping people. You know, honestly, I got like other purposes in life and other things to do, but I feel like my main purpose is to help out. You know, be the voice that people needs to hear. So I may not be able to help out everybody, but when I can help out, that's how I make sure I tell people that. I'm like, hey, yo, like, reach out, talk. I don't care what it is. I don't care what time it is. Like, if I'm asleep, I'll wake up at some point in time and respond. But that's the thing. I'm like, cries, like, when it's with me, I'm like, cries for help will, like, never go unheard. I'll be able to shake off 2 traumatic experiences. Yeah, there's things that still stick with me too. Like, no, that's the thing. It's not as bad or as severe as it was like back then. Like, yeah, back then, like, you know, just overall, like, laid out, crying, not being able to, you know, move. I still have my moments when I do that, but. And that's the thing, you know, it's there's gonna be stuff that stick with you, but I feel like that there will be things in this world that will, like, you know, make it smaller than, you know, or just, yeah, overall make it like a smaller thing. But yeah, I still got like things still, you know, that still stick with me today, and I'm like, man, you know. It sucks. It's like, even, you know, that's like one of the things that like that would talk. Hey, stay giving me like some old dumb stuff in this game. But anyways, but no, like with like last year, like with the whole like stuff that, you know, cause I don't know, like I talk on it, but I talk on it more so to give advice, but at the same time, like it's just one of those things where I'm like, dang, you know. Like going through it like all over again, but you know, just overall like talk on it to, you know, help out people out there in case of, you know, like if you do overall need help. But no, last year, so there was so there was overall a girl that I had like not even like bro, I was ready to spend the rest of my life with her. Like it was on that level where it's like, you know, we had been friends for what happened. Just want to say I wish I was more aware when I was younger, because this person could literally be in jail. What I went through was that bad. No, and that's the thing. It's like with those type of things, like, and that's, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I might have an idea of what you're talking on, and I really don't want to like come out and say it. But if it is what it is, that person will have their days where they have to like answer for that type of stuff. Like things, you know, things just don't get away like, oh, I could do this and I can get away with it. Nah, they're gonna like eventually one day be like, okay, well, dang. Like they're gonna be sitting down dealing with that stuff, and there's not gonna be one single person in this world that's gonna help them. They just gonna have to live with that. Kind of catching, yeah. Yeah, I have like, you know, an idea of what it is, and if it's that, yeah, that person, they'll have their days where they'll have to answer for that stuff. They probably answering for it now. That's the thing where it's like, well, you've done something to damage somebody, if it's like that, or what else, killing somebody or whatever it is, like you're gonna have to answer for that. It's 15, yeah, that stuff, and you know, it's messed up. She was 20, yeah. And she knows what she was doing, so that's like when people, when they over are like, oh, I didn't know, they did, like, nah. Like, you know what you're doing when you're causing somebody that damage and that, like, you know, trauma. But yeah, it's, you know, people that do stuff like that, and then they just, you know, that's why, like, when people, when they're telling their stories, when they talking on that stuff, like, I don't care who it is, like, if you go out and you do that, like, nah, she gonna have to live with what she did for the rest of her life. So always know that there's gonna be things where that happens to her, and she's gonna be like, why is this happening to me? And overall, like, you're like, nah, you know why. You sit down and think about why all these weird things is happening to you. So, hey, what's up, WX3? It's funny because she used to joke about how she's catching a case with me. She literally was. Oh yeah, eventually my thing is this. You know, if it ain't with you, it'll, you know, and it sucks to say it. And I, you know, will like to hope and think that she won't go back down that road again. But if she does, like, she overall will. And it's going to be 10 times worse. Like, if you didn't learn your lesson the first time, you'll learn your lesson eventually. And then, yeah, overall, she's just going to be like, well, dang, like, I need help. Somebody please, like, nah. Like, there's, like, my thing is this. There's certain cries for help that will go unnoticed. Like, you've done all this damage to somebody, and then all of a sudden, thank you for the follow, WX3, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, I want help now, I want to do this, or I want to change, nah, it's too late for all that. You can't change all because, like, oh, now all the bad stuff is happening to you. I hope this car don't get stuck. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, alright, this game, all the cars I ain't driven in this game, and now all of a sudden cars want to get stuck. But yeah, like, overall, back to what I was saying, yeah, she'll have her days where she'll have to answer for all that stuff. And when she does, like, hey, just sit back, watch. You know, calling the cops, like, because, like, what you were saying earlier, like, you know, with calling the cops, like, they're going to just go give you the whole spin around, like, oh, well, make sure you're doing this, this, and this. Would you like to follow this, and, you know, give you the basics. But it's, but, like, my thing is this, karma. That's overall, like, what I was trying to, you know, say, karma. People may not believe in karma as much, or believe how strong karma can get, but, oh, trust me, karma can get mighty strong. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. If I choose a truck and that thing don't, alright, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna snap. See, like, what? Okay, hold on for a second, let me. Okay, then they said drive any truck, right? What type of motor vehicle is this? Please, because I'm confused. Last I saw, this motor vehicle is a truck. Now, if this isn't a truck, what is it? I'm doing good, WX3. I'm about to go outside and, you know, find a dealership that's open at midnight and ask them, like, you know, hey, what is this car called? A Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. I'm like, now what type of vehicle would that be considered? Watch, they be all like, oh, that's considered. They say something other than a truck. I'll honestly lose my mind. Like, what do they mean by a supercar? They probably would say some stuff like, if they had said that, I honestly would have punched that person in the face. And then if it was a woman, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm not allowed to put my, you know, I will never put my hands on a woman. So I would, like, you know, what's that? I like a leg swipe. A leg swipe. I just spin around on the ground, leg swipe her, catch her head so she won't like hit her head. But yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit mad about that. Like, cause now I gotta see if I gotta go buy a truck. Cause I thought that was a truck, but I guess it's not. I got think $2-3 million in this game, like that. Oh my, okay. I didn't. Oh my, bro. Yeah, you're supposed to. Not supposed to hit, but also. Here's the thing. I personally think I'm buying this one because that one, I guess I'll buy that. So here's the thing about that. Now I know a lot of people that like that's their argument with like a woman wants to be seen as equal. So people say that, but at the end of the day, like as a man, you just gotta overall like respect, because it's just one of those like unwritten rules in a man's life. Never put your hands on a woman, regardless of what a woman asks for. Like, oh, equal this, equal that. Like you overall have to have like respect with a woman, because if you see like, oh well, women want equal rights, but I can still put my hands, so that gives me the rights to put my hands on a woman. It don't work like that. A woman wants like equal rights, like equal pay, equal respect, equal like, but the whole like putting hands on her, like, nah. Unless we filming a movie, then yeah, like action me is like, oh yeah, handing out hands towards everybody, but freaking yeah, real life like me, nah. I'm talking about exactly, yeah. Like equal, like it's like equal, just like I don't know, like running for president or something, or just overall like just but just that respect, where it's like like a man won't look a woman in the face and being like, oh, like she's a woman, she don't know what she's talking about. Like, nah, she does. Like if my thing is like, if it was like a toss up between like two doctors, and there's a male doctor where I know nothing about him, and then there's a woman doctor where she got like a PhD, a bachelor's, she got a degree I'd never even heard of, but she's like, oh yeah, that's like one of the best degrees you can possibly have. Like, nah, I want her to do surgery on me. Because I'm like, she has that degree that I never even heard of. Like, it's going to be one of those degrees where I'm like, I approach people and be like, hey, yo, like, did you hear about this degree? Everybody's like, oh, yeah. You got to go to this college to get. I'm like, I did not know about that. Like, yeah. So. But yeah, it's just one of those unwritten rules in life. Like you just don't put your hands on a woman unless she's trying to kill you. If she's trying to kill you, then by all means, like, nah, two-piece her with like no butter. That's the thing. There's gonna be people WX3 that's gonna disagree. Me personally, I'm like vice versa. Yeah, and that's the thing where it's like, and there's probably is, don't really know until there's that like right woman that's born to, be able to do what people seem to think that's impossible, but telling them, yeah. But oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. X3. But look at the one guy. I mean, you know, even though he had a sex change, but he still was a pregnant man, if that's what you're talking on. I remember when that story very first came out too, because I didn't realize that he had a sex change and you know he used to be a woman before. I thought he was like born a man, and then he somehow got pregnant. Because then that's when I started getting scared, and I said, wait a minute, how is that even possible? How did he get pregnant? Then when they was like, oh, he had a sex change, and you know he was still, and I was like, hey yo, like, well, that's never the answer, but man, it shouldn't be. For that situation. Yeah. But my thing is this, like I said, like if she draws blood out of me, if she's trying to kill me or something, then I will defend myself. But if it's like slaps, like scratches, I don't know. I have like, me personally, I have like a high pain tolerance. So there's some, you know, men out there that don't, but me, I'm like, I got whooped when I was a kid. So if a woman's slapping me or, you know, punching me or whatever, I'm like, all right, whatever. But if that girl done put me, like, in a chokehold and somebody's like, hey, yo, like, you gonna die if you don't get out of that chokehold, like, yeah, I'm freaking hitting her with a Batista bomb. Hey, what's up, Witchy Spirit? Shout out to Witchy Spirit, guys. Make sure you go follow them. So what are some things that men are better than women? Still standing up when they pee, I guess. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. Me, I do see everybody as like equal. So when those type of conversations get brought up, I'm like, hey, if a woman says that she's better at me at things, I'm like, I'm gonna believe her. I'm not gonna argue with her. I'm like, no, you obviously know something that I don't know. So I'm not gonna argue with you on that. If that's, you know, if you are, you are. Parents. No, when people say parents hitting this because you did something wrong, it's child abuse. I mean, me personally, when I have kids, I don't plan on hitting them or whooping them. Like, I'll talk with them, but I don't know. Some people was raised differently, so that conversation is up in the air. Alright, games is good. Witchy Spirits. You know, I'm playing Forza. Winning races. I did start the stream playing Vice Cities, but I got bored, so. But here I am. I'm doing everything I can to avoid this, but I know that's what they want me to do, so. Dang, bruh. What happened? How is it rewinding and I've just been sitting here, like. Didn't get hit much, but I was always being reminded that getting hit was an option. I did. Shoot, I got whooped at least like once a year when I was a kid growing up. Wait, let's see. Oh, and it has off-road. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go with this one, but yeah, I got whooped when I was a kid. But I was bad, so I was freaking in kindergarten fighting and crap, so. Can I join? X3, I'm just kind of doing solo games. Like, I'm a solo player, so hopefully that's not offending you, but yeah, I just like doing things solo. God, lied to you. I think we all do. All right, cool. Now people get upset over that type of stuff. I like, nah, I'm playing solo. And then they go and they just say some stuff. I'm like, dang, like you're that mad over me not wanting to play the game? All right, well. But yeah, I was bad growing up, so that's why I was like, oh, this car's gonna flip. Imagine that's how I end up losing the race. race just started. They were like, professional racer TMossBoss, they got into a crazy car accident today as soon as the race started. Like, here's what he had to say afterwards. It's just me all like, you know what? I don't care what anybody says, I still won this race. Why is this? Why they want me to? Okay, I'm not doing this race. Like, this just pointless. You can't take no Koenigsegg off-road, so... Be me. I'm saying, like, I'm not cut out for... Like, nah, this isn't an off-roading car. You take this car, like, somewhere else, but it can't be off-road. Now I gotta go into the, thing and try to see what car I can use. That's stupid, bro. They out here playing games with people. Religious guys, some of our beliefs are... Against popular opinions. Excuse my bad English, but I'm oh, it's all good. No, like, I'm a Christian too, like, or I don't know what religion you are, but I'm a Christian, and, there's things where it's just, I don't know, like, I try to talk on it, got night connected. No. I should, though. I should. But, I don't know, I don't, it's one of those things where it just... To be weird. TOS. Wait, what happened? What was TOS? Was it the religion talk? Okay, I won't talk on it no more. Bad guys. But it's a peaceful religion. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, you don't overall know about that stuff until, like, you actually learn about it, so. Do I have any cars, like, that I can download that's free? Media. I don't really be paying attention to Western media that much, but if y'all say it's bad, I believe you. None of these cars is off-road. Okay, let's see what S1 got. That car is actually nice. I do like that car. It's extremely... Okay, cool. I'm staying away from it. I ain't going full with it. As you drift. No, I ain't fooling with them drift cars. Them drift cars is freaking curse. Is that like a car that I can use in this game? I ain't even gonna do that race. That's pointless. Here races and doesn't exist. Never knew it was a thing till I was 14. Study about. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can definitely ask me about my. Like, people, so here's the thing. I studied a lot about racism when I was a kid, so, but yeah, so yeah, where you're at, it's like, don't experience, like, it a whole lot, which is good, but yeah, here in the States, I don't know where you're at, X3, but yeah, here in the US, you'll literally just get called the N-word, and you're not even black. Like, I've seen white people get called the N-word, and I'm like, I don't know how that works, but... do I still get offended, or do I just sit here like... So I don't know if religion is against you, but just be careful. I see where people, they do say, like, they don't talk on religion and stuff in their streams. I'm like, hey, I respect it. Like, I ain't trying to be here to offend nobody, but it's not too... Okay. I mean, it's rare. Saying it doesn't... Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I wish it was like that here in the States. Like I said, white people get called the N-word, and I'm like, I don't know how that works, but alright. said it was utilities and racism everywhere. No, that's true. It probably like in certain areas it's not as bad, but yeah, you'll definitely have your people out there where it's just racist for no reason. Some people just don't see it. Yeah. Where's it? I could have sworn they had a section for utility vehicles. Oh, here it is. Okay, I just passed it. Go back and do this race all over again.
When it is safe to do so.
But yeah, there's just people out there where they're like, nah, you know, racism makes them sleep better at night. And yeah, it's like here in the States, you know, you're gonna get some racist people. Why are they racist? Nobody knows. Wasn't even considering insult to a couple of years because of Western media. What happened? Liz, what's going on? Yeah, yeah, it's always been an insult, X3. I'll let you know that right now. I mean, some people may not see it as that, but it's definitely an insult, bruh. So that's what I'm saying, like, you know, like what Liz just said. Yeah, but regardless of where, like, yeah. I'm saying, like, you know, that's why, like, wherever you're at, X3, dang, these cars are so slow. But yeah, wherever you're at. Okay, alright, so how, either way, like, of how it was used, like, you ain't gonna just be like, hey, hand me that, like, that N-word pizza or something. Like, I don't get how, like, what do you mean by it? Like, it's like, you're gonna have to explain it. Because a lot of people see it as a racist, derogatory name. Nigga plays dick. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't used that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you should have said that, but it's like the way you worded it, you made it seem like that you guys said it, and then a couple years back was all like, okay, the N-word, racist, can't say that word no more. It was used it. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, okay, so either way, like, whether it's being used as a joke or not, like, it's still racist. Like, you can't tell a lot of black people that, and then, you know, you think they're gonna agree with you. They're not gonna agree on that. There's black people where that word literally, like, there's trauma in their life because of that word. Whether it's an older generation black person or a newer generation, somebody my age, like, you're gonna have some trauma behind that word. It's not X3. I'm just saying, like, that's a conversation that you're not ready for. So you may see it as a compliment. It's not a compliment. Like, you go up yeah, it's like you go up to a black person calling them the N-word, talk about, oh yeah, it's a compliment. You might have to run for your life. I'm just saying. Black people don't see the N-word as a compliment. Yeah, you're translating it, but it's still out here. It doesn't mean, you know, because you say it differently or you mean something different by it, it's going to be seen as good. You need to understand, like, what's seen as good and what's seen as bad. That seen as bad, regardless of how you're saying it. You know, like, you can watch, like, any slavery movie. You can read any books about slavery. Yeah, you had, like, slave owners back there, you know, even calling black people that they did like still the N-word. So it's still a racist, derogatory, you know, word regardless of how it's being used. Yeah. Yeah, what Witchy Spirit said. Yeah, but we don't know that, X3. We just, you know, we're going based off of what you told us at first. You're telling us that at the last minute, so we don't know for sure or not. We can't just take your words on stuff that you just said that you were going around saying the N-word as a compliment. Yeah, there's black people out here that say the N-word towards to each other, but I'm just saying, like, you know, anybody outside the race, and they're saying that, like, you know, we ain't gonna see that as a compliment. Yeah, we could change the topic, but it's like, it was funny. I had to recently, he wasn't saying the N-word, but I had to recently ban somebody, you know, because they didn't know, like, you know, what was racist and what wasn't racist. But it's like, I think in this day and age, people should have a clear indication on what's racist and what's not racist. I'm saying, like, I know there's people that come from different parts of the world, but still, at the end of the day, like, y'all should know that and study that. I know one thing. I'm glad I ain't got it. I'm glad I'm done with this. I ought to sell this van. That van was slow. Dang, that train, like, it didn't scare me, but if this headset would have been any louder, I probably would have yelled out loud, because that train was very surprising. Okay. I'm just glad I ain't gotta use this car no more. What happened, Liz? Man, basically, say white man, black man. But you just said you was black, so I'm very confused by what you're saying. Like, you guys start, like, you know, from beginning and then work your way to the end. Because you're saying, like, the second to the end, third from the beginning, then you somehow cut to the middle. Like, I don't know what you're saying, bruh. I screamed so loud, and I was ready. I woke my mom up. Hey, I'm saying at times, like, there just be certain things that just, you know, it scares people. I'll admit, I've had my moments. Be ready for a second. All right, Liz. Meantime, let's see if I have a buggy car. Should I probably... Oh, buggies. Oh, this freaking slow car. Scream scares me sometimes. I'm saying, like, it's, yeah, that's right, because, yeah, y'all, you two do know each other. Okay. So they're black, but we don't get that. Yeah, it's, you know, it's one thing to be considered and then to actually be black. Like, I've seen some, you know, dark Hispanic people, but I'm like, darker than me at times. I'm like, they're not black. They're still, you know, wherever country they're from, you know, they're still that. But just because they black, that don't mean that they're, you know, black. That's also because I get scared of people scream. No, I say I get scared too. I hear somebody scream, I'm like, oh, party's over. It's time to go. How's the game? Game's good. I like it. I'm just doing like, I think I pretty much like beat it. And so I'm just doing like all like the like accolades. All the, or like the little miniature or the achievements within the game. But visually, it's nice. I'm playing it on performance mode, but visually, it's nice, even on performance mode. I just play. Yeah. Yeah, I did the races first, and then all them, like, story missions. I haven't done that yet. I play on extreme. I don't. I'm playing this on easy and proud of it. Or I think it's like, I don't know, I think it's like second or third to easy, but overall, I just making sure I'm winning races. I tried playing it on unbeatable, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why they call it unbeatable. Oh, graphics? Graphics, yeah. I played on, well, oh, so you might be playing this on PC then. I still, I don't care what anybody says. Witchy Spear, I still play this game on easy. Like, oh yeah, I play the game. That last part, yeah, you're talking on graphics. Oh yeah, I play it on unbeatable all the time. No, it's too late for all that. I ain't said what I said. I said what I said, and I stand proudly by it. Play on expert. I still play on easy. Like, I don't care. I play all my games on easy. I'm like, man, people, they're like, oh no, play it on hard, up the difficulty. No, I'm playing it on easy. Because my thing is this, alright, I up the difficulty, I played on the hardest one, I never win in this game, and then I'm gonna get mad. You know what happens when I get mad? I start yelling, and I get loud. And then what else happens? I throw a controller. Then I got people in the chat putting a bunch of laughing emojis. Now I gotta roast everybody in the chat. I don't feel like doing that to people. I actually like you guys. You guys is chill. Then I said something and offended somebody. Now they're pressing charges. Like, for critically, now I'm in court, in the courtroom because I ain't critically roasted somebody. Throwing a controller when I rate. Oh, you should have seen me. You guys would have had a show if I had been a kid and been sitting there. I'm just playing X3. I just, you know, ain't nobody gonna take me to court over roasting, so. But, nah, when I was a kid, like, you guys. Crazy and diff. That's just my joke. I just carry things out. But, honestly, I didn't swerve and crash. But. Think of the possibilities. That's true, Witchy Spirit. I'm a loud person. Liz comes off as a loud person. We've been in that movie A Quiet Place. We all like, I'm looking at everybody just so you know, just giving y'all like the finger version of Be Quiet. Liz is all like, I don't know what you're saying. Next thing you know, we're all dead. Movie ended in 30 seconds. Just have to scream. Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I came from a loud family, so I have no choice but to be loud. I didn't know what mute was until last year, so. I don't realize now I'm shouting. At times, I'm like, yeah, people, they'll tell me, they'll be all like, Tyler, you gotta keep it down. I'm like, why? Why do I gotta keep it down? Who's around me where I gotta keep my voice down? Like, we're in the library, so you gotta be loud in here. But yeah, when I was a kid and I used to rage, oh my god. I was crying. I was throwing controllers. I remember I stumped out a PlayStation 2 for getting mad. I was playing Tony Hawk American Wasteland. And I legit stumped my the console. Not the controller, the console. I stumped that console clean out and scratched the disc. And I had to go back up to GameStop to get another Tony Hawk game. Such a quiet person, it hurts sometimes. I raise my. It's quiet people. I like being around quiet people. Because I feel like quiet people, they're not around, like, they need the loudness in their life. So quiet people, no, I'm chill with quiet people. I like quiet people. His mic's cutoffs are so funny. I need to find some of the old videos from when I was playing, like, when I very first got into, like, gaming on, like, YouTube and posting gaming videos. I had this, like, Turtle Beach headset, bro. I yell, and that headset would start going in and out, cracking and messing up. I was like, that headset gonna go out one of these days. I was talking to a friend, we were talking about something between the both of us. He was like, go ahead and tell everyone. No, I'm saying, yeah, like, at times, my thing is like, I'm gonna say this. I'm a very noticeable person. When somebody's all like, all right, turn around, but don't make it obvious. I turn my head clean around, make eye contact with whoever they're talking about. You just hear I feel like there's been times I've been in Liz's streams and she starts yelling and I'm like, dang, that microphone one day is just gonna be like, nah, not today. I'm done. It's pretty weird because quiet person a couple months ago. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been quiet. Like I said, I didn't discover the mute button on the controller until like what? Nah, I'm playing. I've been on the mute. I don't want nobody all like, wait a minute, you didn't know what the mute button was? I just don't know about being quiet. Oh, I could use this. Oh, I like this car. Screaming about Apex. Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying, like, I know there was a time where I heard you screaming about something in the game, and I'm like, dang. I didn't realize the game was that frustrating. I played this game. I didn't get mad like that, but honestly, we've had two different experiences. Changed a lot in a couple months. Just woke up, became a different person. I woke up being just loud. That was on August 10th, 1996. The day I was born. That's why whoever my wife is, she's just gonna be at times. She's gonna be at times, she was all like, babe, like, I just put the baby to sleep. Like, you're gonna have to be quiet. I'm like, well, tell the people in the game to be quiet. Because they're the ones that's causing me to be loud. Baby starts crying. I'm like, see what happens? Because you came in here and you told me to be quiet, so you woke the baby up. Instantly just blame her. Screwing because people... brains. No, I'm saying... at times you'll play with people. No, because that's why I don't like playing Apex. I remember I used to... it was a while when I did stream that game. And it was the last time I remember I played that game. So I ran in. I was like, you know what? Nah, like, I'm going to run in. I'm going to start shooting everybody. Teammates was right there behind me. I run in. I'm getting into it with, like, two different teams. I end up getting killed. I look at the camera. Both of my teammates are running away. And I'm like, are you guys serious? You went out, all right, on Black Friday to get you an Xbox, or no, yeah, Xbox, all right, or whatever platform you playing on. You went out on Black Friday to get this, downloaded Apex, spent some time downloading it, just so you can turn around and run away. After that, I stopped playing. I said, nope, I will never again do this, unless it's with friends, but... future wife, because you yell. Oh, hands down, I would. I would yell, and then she'll come in and be like, you gotta be quiet. Baby starts crying. I'm like, see what happens when you yell? Baby wasn't doing all that crying when I was yelling. Then you yell. I'm like, you done woke the baby up. But to be nice, I would get up and be like, okay, I'll go put the baby to sleep. That's why I'm like, whoever my wife is, I hope, like, she can respect, like, the whole video. Because I heard there's, like, women out there that don't like guys that play video games. I'm like, dang. If that's, like, a issue, I'm like, I kind of make money from doing this. So, I don't think it's the best idea if I had stopped. I don't know if I could be with a girl that she's all like, well, I mean, obviously she ain't gonna want to be with me if I play video games, but I'm like, what do you expect me to be, a doctor? I played video games where it required me to be a doctor. Them people died. So I'm saying, like, I think it's best if I play the video game version. Because if you want me to be a legitimate doctor, there's gonna be a lot of deaths. It's into video games. Facts. Facts. Like, forget going to the club. Me and her, we just gonna play, like, freaking the new season of whatever video games promote their new season. Oh, that's the freaking life. That is the freaking life. Honestly, I love that. It's gonna be me and V. And I'm saying I support it. I support it. If you guys have a video game wedding, I can carry it. Have a wedding in Grand Theft Auto. I'm gonna come through with like a helicopter and just, you know, do like a landing on just the whole area. Kill about like half the players. Like, sorry for being late. Sorry for being late. Game was updating, so. Fort wedding. I support it. I support it. I'm saying, like, if you play video games and you agree on those terms, like, I support the idea. But me personally, though, I'm like, nah, I think we could have, I don't know. I would rather have, like, a video game themed wedding. But I'm telling my friends right now, I'm like, hey, yo, don't you show up as nothing from the video game Fallout. I'm like, if you go and get like a giant fire ant, I'm jumping as high as I can and slamming on it. They be all like, it's cardboard. It cost me $300 to make this. I'm like, I don't care. That game traumatized me as a kid. You know what that did to me? Did you see a bloatfly chasing after you? Did you fly out for our wedding? Depends, like, where is it? Where is the wedding? I'm saying, if you guys live, like, in the UK, I'm like, possibly, maybe. But if it's, like, somewhere here in the States, I'm like, I would. Just don't expect me to do, like, no performances or no singing or dancing or anything. I can't do all that. I'll be dancing, do, like, a spin around, then tripped off some wires, shut off all the lights in the wedding. Everybody like, who is this guy? Who are you? Like, we live in this. Okay. I'm down. Goes out opening the act. I'm saying, like, I'll be up there, like, performing. I'll be performing, like, a fast song, too. Everybody's looking at me all, like, just giving me the evil eye. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, okay? Here, look, lights is on, all right? So y'all can stop being mad, okay? Everybody just calm down. Like, anyways, proceed. Pastor, he's up there talking. My phone starts vibrating. I'm like, hello, who is this? I'm like, no, this isn't Target. I've told you this 3 times already. This is not Target. Don't call this number again. I look up. Nah, like, y'all continue your thing. Do your thing. It's not online. I think that's how it is for a lot of people. We all meet our friends online. We don't meet our friends in real life no more. I did a good portion of my friends, like, now, today, met them all online. And it's crazy, like, I consider these guys, like, more, like, close friends than people that I've known, like, for years. Like, a lot longer. Like, since I was a kid. I don't even think I have, like, a Monster rally car. Oh, do I? Oh, I do. Oh, that's what these cars are? I didn't know that. I thought they were like an actual monster car or something. Okay, well. Yeah, let's use this one. Sing at our wedding. Bob sounds, I don't even know who this Bob person is, but he sounds like a character. He sounds like somebody that would like get at the wedding and just start singing and be singing like loud too. Good singing. Okay. It's my name. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. I like that's such like a I don't know. It's one of those nicknames I'm like, all right, you know. I've had nicknames myself, but I am using this car. This car looks nice. I didn't even check to see like how the off-road thing was. I just saw S1 900. I'm like, oh, I'm going for this car. I'm gonna win the race. I don't care. The thing is, like, though, at my wedding, because that's something I'm gonna like have to like, you know, whoever like the girl that I plan on to marry, I'm gonna ask her like, is it okay if I wear like some like basketball or like Air Jordans? Like, I'm gonna make sure I wear like a nice suit, but I'm like, God, you're gonna have to at least let me rock some like Air Jordan 11s or something, because I can't wear dress shoes. I don't like dress shoes. Because I'm saying, like, there might, you know, we might have one of those weddings where, like, what if a bird gets loose inside the church? And I'm like, and I got on these, like, slippery dress shoes. And so, yeah, I need me some basketball shoes. I need some the 11s. 11's got good traction. So that's why I'm like, hey, yo, like, I need some shoes where I can run. Because if it's a big bird, like, what if it's a bald eagle? I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'm legit screaming every man and woman for themselves, and I'm grabbing my wife and I say, hey, let's go. We gotta go. But hopefully, like, whoever my future wife is, she ain't one of those sites where it's like a, you know, like a horror movie situation happens. She feel like she got trip and fall. I'll pause the whole situation. Jason Voorhees would be chasing after her. She trips and falls. I'm like, wait a minute. Nope. Time out. Time out. I'm like, Jason, just stop doing what you're doing real quick. Look her dead in her face. But like, how did you fall? There's no branch here. It's a flat surface. She's like, my shoes. I don't have the right type of shoes. I'm like, you didn't even bother to check? Like, I have on the right type of shoes. Jason, do you have on the right type of shoes? He shakes his head, yeah. I'm like, Jason has on the right type of shoes. When was the last time you seen him trip and fall? I'm like, nah, get up. We're going to do this again. Jason, you go take a few steps back. We're going to do this all over again. It's heel, toe, not toe, heel. Then you're going to trip. Jason takes his mask off. He was just like, I was doing like toe heel. I'm like, nah, you can't walk like that. You gotta. I'm like, well, you're only walking. You're not running, but you gotta go heel toe. I used this car already? Oh, I guess I did. I remember using this car. That was a quick race. I know that much. I just realized how quick that race was. In a super saloon. That's what they call these cars? I would not call... So if I go to a place, I'll be like, hey, do you guys have like any BMW M5s and stuff? They're like, oh, Super Saloon. Like, I don't know what that is, but like the first thing I asked for. Like, oh, well, around here we call it a Super Saloon. I'm like, well, online it said BMW M5, so that's what I'm asking for. And I ain't changing what I just said. Barely stay awake right now. I've had my moments where I've fallen asleep, woken up while I've been watching streamers. That's my thing though, is that I stream late, so I apologize. But I've fallen asleep, woke up, they've raided somebody. I'm like, who is this? I'm like, did my hand slip? I'm like, I do not remember watching this person. Streams when I go to sleep. Yeah, I'm saying like I make sure now, like I'll tell them, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to sleep, because there's been times I woke up and I've been out like, was my Twitch account compromised? Like, what is this? Who are you? How'd you end up on my screen? I'm questioning the whole situation. I'm like, okay, I was watching. I was like, all right, I was watching Liz, and then I turned my head, and now I'm up, and I'm like, okay, now it's who is this? I'm like, do I leave? Do I follow? Do I, like, what do I do? Also close the stream. Yeah, I close the stream. If I don't know who that person is, I wake up and I'm like, always, yeah, I'll close the stream. I'll just be like, oh, well, I mean, hey, like, you seem like a nice person, but before I went to sleep, I was watching Liz. I do not know who you are, but I wish the best in your streaming career. That's like one thing I'm like, okay, I always make sure I'm like wide awake when I stream. Because there have been times where I've been tired and I've streamed. And I'm like, nah, I can't, you know, do that no more. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be a day where I do that. I'm so tired and I'm like, nah, I still got to stream. You guys are going to join my stream talk about, he hasn't said nothing in like 20 minutes. Like, what's going on? We've said hi. We've said everything possible. Like, we've donated, nothing, all of a sudden you just like, then it's like a noise that just keeps getting louder and louder, and it's me snoring. It's like, I don't think I snore. Nobody's ever told me I snore, so. That's the one thing that I'm afraid of, because they fall asleep on stream. Oh, I remember you telling me about that. But no, that's what I was going to say. The one thing that I'm afraid of, because they said, so there's like, I remember there was this app where it will record like any sounds that's like made when a person is sleeping. And I've always been afraid, like, what if I say some old crazy stuff in my sleep? What if I say like a combination to some Safe in the White House or something? Like, that's the thing. I'm like, I do not want to like say some weird stuff, and I'm questioning like, what was I dreaming about? Or who am I? Done that before. Yeah. All I did was, oh, okay. I'm about to say, I was like, wait a minute, you said the combination to a safe in the White House? If you had said that, I'd been like, nah. I need to know, like, who are you? And how did our paths cross? About to say, I was like, that ain't normal. You gotta get that checked out. You saying, talks in her sleep. I'm trying to think. My mom, I remember we, like, cause no, at one point in time, like, we had all lived in like a 1-bedroom apartment. So my dad, he would just randomly like cough in his sleep. Like, and you won't be expecting it. You just cough. Next thing you know, whole family's up. And we're all like, what was that? We'll wake up out of our sleep saying some old random stuff. We've done that before. Time she yelled, the table's broke. Oh, I've been so mad. My sister woke up out her sleep and screamed out, the table is broken. I looked at her and been like, what? And then me being half asleep, I'm like, well, who's gonna fix it? She's like, what? I'm like, the table? I'm confused because I'm like, oh, what are we talking about? I'm going back to sleep. Nah, forget this. Snore in my sleep. So no, that's what I was going to say, that my mom, she said that I laugh in my sleep. She said there was a time when she looked at me and I was like, kind of had like chuckled a little bit. I'm like, you didn't even bother trying to wake me up? I'm like, what if I was being like hypnotized or freaking like, you know, or something was like wrong? That ain't normal. But yeah, she told me I did that. I was all like, nah. I'm like, that ain't right. Said, used to sleep with my eyes. Yeah. Now that's one thing that I remember, because I would ask people that question, and then I think, yeah, I remember when I asked you, and you said that you've done that, and I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, we got a winner, guys. That'd be kind of scary. I woke my wife up. If I woke up and then I saw my wife, her eyes is just wide open, I'm like, nah, you're gonna have to wake up. You can't be asleep here like that. Nah, you gotta either take that outside or close them. But we can't have that. Not here. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, well, you was asleep, but you had your eyes open. I can't have that. That's scary. I don't think you realize like how scary that is, but that's scary. Then she'd be like, it's nothing to worry about. Everybody does it. I'm like, I don't do it. I close my eyes when I sleep. Wait, so they said a buggy. I sorry if I to think it's the least scary thing about me when I was a kid. That was the least scary thing? Keep going alert. Alright, Witchy Spirit, I appreciate that. Thank you for the alert. There's a little demon as a child. I feel like, yeah, I woke up. Well, didn't you say you was like fighting in some covers or something, where the covers like had attacked you like mid-sleep? I think I remember you were telling me about some stuff like that. You said something had happened to you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember I said, knowing me, I had been half asleep and I thought somebody was really attacking you. I stood up on top of something talking about, leave Liz alone! Then just slammed, and I had been like, wait a second. I'm like, there's only one person in these. I'm like, hey, yo. You just had me. I attacked you for no reason. Like, nah, I'm like, I gotta go. Woke up hanging off my bed. I'm trying to think. I think I've like woke up in positions where I'm like, hey yo, how did I get like this? Like I kind of be like head like will be like leaning a little bit over, but that's all the colors you can. Oh, you can change the whole thing. Oh, okay. Since I'm gonna have some colors. That's all they got? To my head. Good demon. Nah, see. I couldn't have had scare sister, yeah. I couldn't have had no sleepovers with you if you had been doing that. I said this is the last time I come over to your house. I'm like, it's bad enough. It's bad enough I already be paranoid. I'm like, last thing I need is to, you know, be extra paranoid. I'm trying to think, what did I do? I remember I used to scare kids at my school. I always would check in the hallways and see some kids is facing the other way, then just scream. I was man, I'm telling you. Things I did as a kid. But I got it from my parents, so. If we're gonna blame anybody, we're gonna blame my parents. Used to buck? Buck at, what do you mean by buck? Like kick them? Because when I think of buck, I think of like when a horse like kicks somebody. Like, fam, if you did all that, I'm like, I would, bro. Again, that. Oh, okay. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, I forgot. Okay, I forgot about that. No, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I was about to say, like, so you just get on all four, then you just take the 2 back leg? I'm like, that is some. Alright. I'm gonna question it. Messing my friends. I'm trying to think, what did I do? Now, I remember one kid, there was a time that was like, did I get in trouble for that? I think I did, but I don't think they suspended me. I think they just gave me detention because it was the kid's fault for doing that crap. But now I remember he grabbed me by my head and screamed in my ear, so I grabbed a stick and I hit him with it. I was like, nah, bro, don't do that. Don't do that no more. He fell down all on the ground crying. I just kind of stood there and was just looking. I don't know why, but I think it was just that I was a dumb kid growing up. I just stand there instead of like trying to like run away and be like, I don't know what that kid's talking about. Anybody, I don't even have a stick. I'm allergic. It's ready for fights, gym clothes, hair up, everything. I'm trying to think, like, I don't think I ever had to, I never got ready. I just wore whatever. I'm like, well, looks like these gonna be my fighting clothes today, but nah, kids at my school was like, they were scary. So they would say stuff, but then just be like, nah, we can't do that. I honestly, like, nah, like, Liz, you come off as somebody where it's like, they will fight you, they will put like a good like 10 minutes into that fight. You get up and you'll be like, oh, this fight ain't over yet. You're the type of person where it's like, it's scary to fight you. Like, that person's gonna start crying. Even if they done thought they done won the fight, they done hit you with like 3 good hits. You done got up talking about, is that all you got? That's all that you can do. Oh, this fight's gonna be easy. You just getting some like crazy stance. I'm like, oh nah. This girl, she gonna pulverize this girl. You're the type where it's like the fight, I'm like, nah, I ain't even gonna bring my like phone out. I'm gonna just be like, nah. Guy in her face was like, here. Now you wanna beat me? That's, and then though it be, see, that's the thing, I never take things seriously. I've been in the background, I say, yep. I'm like, take you off me, unmute now. The unmute, or like the mute button's off. Say what you gotta say. That's the thing. You can't have me in serious situations. I'm trying to think. I never was a person that like said, I would tell the person like, hey, look, just leave me alone. I don't want to do this, but you're gonna leave me no choice. I was that type of person. I just told people to just like, all right, just, you know, chill out, because I don't want this to lead us into something that it doesn't need to be led into. But yeah, I was like, as a kid, I used to get into a lot of fights. As I got older, I stopped because I was like, nah, I can't be doing this. And I'm gonna have to be a professional fighter, and then I might end up being like a smaller version of Mike Tyson. I ain't trying to live like that, so I'm scary when I'm mad. No, I understand. Like Liz, like, you know, like I was saying, me, you know, or like we were saying, like, you know, we're like when it comes to a lot of things. So I remember the one time I fought this kid, and I fought, and the crazy thing was is that it was like his sister was like, you know, I was friends with his sister, and I still like chilled with her even after me and him got into a fight. But yeah, I remember he it was Halloween, and he hit me with a plastic sword, and after that I just went off on him in the hallway. He was all laid out crying. My thing was like, even after he was crying, because I was like, okay, you know, I ain't gonna like continue, you know, fighting the person if they crying. Not with him. I kept on going. His sister came. I remember I saw her standing there watching. I was like, dang, I wish she hadn't seen that. But nah, she was still chill with me. That was the crazy thing about it. I was like, wow, she just doesn't care. Okay, I'm not gonna question it. Next day at school, she's just like, oh, hey, Tyler. I'm like, hi. Like, her brother, he's just looking at me like, he's like, if you wasn't bigger than me, I'd fight you right now. As long as you stream for, probably 3 hours. I think it was about 3 hours. Look, watch, they gonna give me some old crap car. Or they ain't gonna give me a car. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a Range Rover. Oh, okay, I'll take that. There's a neighbor. Her husband got a car like that. They cool people too. I like those people. Mine's 13. It trips me out when people they do like streams like that or 24-hour streams. I can't do it. That's a stream I'm definitely gonna fall asleep in. But that's one thing I would like to do one day is a sleep stream. And then just hear people's like random donations. That'd be kind of funny. I was in the accolades section. I was like, I could have just looked over. Oh yeah, I ain't got none of these cars yet, so. Oh, wait a second. I think I had that one. Is that car at? Do I have it or? Wait a minute. I have that car. I could do this dirt race. I know I got that car. But yeah, there's been certain friends where they've done streams like that length or longer, and I'm like, how do you like have how just explain to me. And I'm like, I can't do it. I got tired. Probably wouldn't even have lived up to the full stream. I've been like, you know what, nah. I got like to the halfway point, been like, nah, I'm done. Like, nah, you gotta stream. I'm like, nope, I'm going to sleep. Like right now, like now my eyes are getting heavy. Now I'm getting tired. But okay, all right. Now they said drive the Ford Racing Puma. That is a Ford Racing Puma. I swear, like this game, like their English is like that other form of English that, you know, only certain people know how to like speak it. But I'm just saying, that's a Ford Racing Puma. And then no, 1999. A 1999. The race that I had just did. What is this? Well, unlock. Like, this is why I have, like, anger issues, bro. Because they said win a dirt race in a 1999 Ford Racing Puma. They said to drive in the Ford Racing Puma. I'm telling you, I'm going to look through these cars. And if they have another, if this is the only, because I'm saying like there's no other car in here. It's a 1999 Ford Racing Puma. So bro. Microsoft is in Washington State too. I would literally throw my whole body through the front window of Microsoft. What's the difference? What is the difference? Oh my God, man. I swear. There's no difference between that car and the car I'm driving. Like, that right there, that is what I call stupid. Like, bro, there's no difference. I'm not going to buy a car and I already got it. Couldn't play this. I don't want to play this. I never asked to play this. But I bought it because I thought, oh, you know what? This is a fun game. I like racing games. I played it, bro. I legit just want to like, I don't know, go outside and just tear down the tree. Like, just stop playing. Nah, because this is stupid. They're all like, go get you this car. I got the car. It just so happened to be, so you mean to tell me it has to be like outside of the Forza edition? Why did you put the car in the game then? Like, bro, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and just call it a day with this stream, cause man, oh my God, I think I'm gonna call it a day with this stream. Cause my head hurts, and if I play Forza any longer, I'm like, I might be that 7-year-old me and start crying, and I really don't want to do that on stream. You know, start crying, and then everybody is like, oh, you know, TMossBoss is crying because of Forza, so yeah, I ain't gonna do that to y'all. But anyways, I will talk to everybody later. Thank you, WX3, for the follow earlier. Appreciate you for being here too, Liz. Thank you. I appreciate that. But in the meantime, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Stay tuned for the next stream, and peace.